Hi, welcome to today's broadcast, and my name is Daniel Groza, and I want to invite you all to the new political uprising of the Committee of Immigration Reform. We here at this committee believe in the necessity and the requirement needed in today's government to provide a true and actually positive reform in today's immigration system, not in which the federal government provides basic standard laws in which they do not impact the local governments or even the federal government in ways in which it provides zero to no effect change in immigration and still allows state governments to discriminate and abuse immigrants in states such as Arizona, Colorado, and California, border states where immigrants are coming through the nation. Us at the Committee of Immigration Reform want to provide for immigrants and all people alike the equality and the necessity needed to come here into the United States, find a place for them to succeed, and to build and provide in our society, not just for individuals but for their families and for everybody. As we've presented two certificates to former President Barack Obama and former current President Donald Trump, they both have received certificates for a non-performance and slander of immigrants because they have lacked and failed to provide any true reform that provided the proper care and the proper measures needed to provide a stable environment for immigrants who are currently illegal in the United States. Yes, we want to admit here at the Committee of Immigration Reform, we do want our immigrants to be legal. We want them to go through a legal process. But even Americans nowadays, when they take the test for immigration to be allowed to reside in the United States, even students in high school and even in college, community colleges, they could not even perform this. Why are we holding immigrants to such a high standard when our own children, our own citizens can't even perform and fulfill this task? We want immigrants to be legal. We do not want to discriminate, but we also want an orderly fashion and process that is to go through. President Barack Obama created the DREAM Act during his presidency at the time in which he was attempting to get reelected the second time. He used this as a method of gaining more Latino supports during the election, but this law in itself did not provide the basic needs for all Latin Americans to obtain citizenship. And not to mention that in this act, the citizenship in which if they were to acquire, if they were alleged or able to sign up for it, the citizenship would only durate till 2 years. Afterwards, it would expire, and they would have to go through the same process again. Anybody with a track record of speeding tickets or such minor offenses, they would not be able to apply for this. And not to mention as well that anybody of 30 years or older could not apply for this. This is for only the youths of illegal immigrants who are currently residing in the nation, and this is only for them. What happens to the elderly who are currently who have been living in the United States for several years, and they have not done anything. They've been living here and they're providing and being productive members of society. Here at the Committee of Immigration Reform, we want to provide all people of all ages, all races, all religions, everybody, the right and the equality needed to have a successful future in this country. President Barack Obama, he promised to make this deliverance and he has not. His certificate is for non-performance because he lacked the command and he lacked the strength needed to create actual reform and actual justice for immigrants in the United States. And Donald Trump is no better. He is not, I am not a pro Donald Trump supporter, but he has not done anything as well to improve the life of the immigrant. He has called Mexicans rapists and murderers. He created the Muslim ban, preventing or attempting to prevent Muslims from other countries entering the United States. And currently it's passed to where only certain countries where Muslims are not allowed to enter the United States. And we still have the issue of the Syrian refugees where we're still debating that, and we're not allowing the Syrians to come through and enter the country. We have a large amount of Syrians and Latinos who are productive members of society that can actually produce and help those around us. We could all help each other and build a greater society. But we're attempting right now to build a wall to prevent Hispanics from coming into the country. We're preventing Syrian refugees from coming in, and they're crowding in Europe. We're preventing ourselves from creating the success we could eventually or possibly obtain with these new, bright, intelligent minds. At the Committee of Immigration Reform, it is imperative that we, during the next congregational shift, elect leaders that will allow immigrants of all races, of all people, all religions to enter the country. So that way we can all benefit from their expertise. We can all benefit and provide an atmosphere of equality and non-discrimination environment. Here at the Committee of Immigration Reform, our goal is in 2018 to make a shift in Congress and in the Senate to where we will be able to elect leaders who support immigration reform, true immigration reform, not just deportation, not just saying on their word that they're gonna provide more green cards, more visas to allow to stay in the United States. No, we're wanting to find leaders who this is their prime focus, this is their prime goal. This is a new political party that is writing. It is neither Democrat nor Republican, because in the past both Democrats and Republicans have not provided any true support for the immigrant today. And so therefore, we are making a new party, an independent party, in which it focuses primarily on immigration reform, as it is needed more than now than ever in the United States. I urge you all to please go to our website at www.committeeofimmigrationreform.org, and you can look at the statistics there, and you can see what the true horror is of immigration and how much of a failure it is today as we see it. Families are separated. Poverty level is great in the United States for illegal immigrants. They cannot get the right jobs that have their children of illegal immigrants. They cannot get the proper education and housing due to the fear of deportation, and many families have been separated, and it's terrible. We need to create this reform, and we need to do it now. If you look at the website, go through Facebook pages at Committee of Immigration Reform, you will see the true horror of immigration that it is currently in today in the United States. I thank you for attending this broadcast, for listening. We appreciate your support and your donations. Thank you so much, and God bless America.